Hey everybody, welcome to round one. We have won the die roll. We're playing first. Who knows what's going to happen, but we're playing first. We have that card. That card that we have discussed. That is awful. But the hand is alright. We've got a Temple, we can Scry, we've got a turn 3 Minotaur Skull Cleaver, turn 4 Anvil Rot Raptor. We're going to keep this interesting looking hand of this interesting deck. Let's play that Temple and see what's on top. I haven't scried in forever. A mountain, that's going to go on the bottom. What you got? A swamp. That seems like a good deck. But I have his Fated Return. He's not playing that. Bloodcrazed Hoplite, that's speedy. Let's drop the Skull Cleaver. So one of the big downsides is going to be that I am not remotely going to remember what removal's in the set. So I'm going to be leaving myself wide open to removal. Sure, we'll trade. Freakish Chosen. Anvil Rot Raptor can kill that. But I feel like there must be a lot that can just kill Anvil Rot Raptor, because I remember not liking it. I'm going to like it a bit more if I throw that Fearsome Temper on it, though. But this guy's going to have the Feast of Dreams. What else is there? There's Sip of Hemlock. I could Flurry of Horns here. I'm just going to swing in for 2 and see what he says. What's it through? Sure. Sounds good. I'll leave that Flurry of Horns for next time. Just keeping that Chosen back, eh? Unfortunately, you can't choose colorless, so we can't pump up that Raptor. I don't want to throw the Fearsome Temper on it and get blown out. I don't want to do that. I'm going to swing in. I'm not going to do Flurry of Horns this time. I am going to do Hall of Triumph, and I'm going to name red. I think that's just always the choice we're going to choose. And the next turn, we can drop Flurry of Horns, and we'll have 2 hasty 3/4s, which would be pretty nice. Attacks with that Chosen. So he's going to be playing a blocker, I assume. Annex and Symede, so they have first strike. But they can't kill my Flurry of Horns, which is nice. They have Vigilance, which is a pain in the butt. Elite Skirmisher. No, we're going to go Flurry of Horns. And we're going to swing in for 8. Having his life total. Otherwise, he's going to have to just block and waste his Annex. No, he's going to have the life total and go to 8. This guy gives humans the ability to ping, right? Yeah. I don't know if we have many humans. We've got a Skirmisher sitting there. Supply Line Cranes. Ew. That's going to block my bird. Well, it's going to be Fearsome Temper time pretty soon. In fact, now soon, I think. So we can throw it on the Minotaur and activate it and make... Or no, perhaps with... Yeah, it's safer to throw it on the Raptor. Because then we can just say the birds can't block, you're taking 4. And so we have him on a 2-turn clock. So we're going to say, birds, you can't block. Now Feast of Dreams? Yeah, now Feast of Dreams. I knew he was going to have it. We saw it get past. So that's a pain. But oh well. Oh well. think we'll just pass the turn here. Next turn, I guess we drop the Titan of Eternal Fire. It'll be a 6/7, which is nice. What on earth is this? Ew, Archetype of Finality. Everything's got Death Touch. That makes Annex and Saimid pretty darn good. First strike, Death Touch, 4/3. What do you do against that? A mountain. Well. Guess we put down the Skirmisher. I sure do wish I didn't have that Fated Return in my hand. I would love for that to be anything else, including a land. Now that I've said that, of course, I'm going to top deck a forest or an island. So what can get me out of here? What can get me out of here? Not much. Wow, that's awful. So he can have... Why isn't he attacking with his flyer? That doesn't make any sense. This doesn't matter. I think I've just... Yeah, I've lost either way, so you can have a 5/5, whatever. I called it. There's that island. Unfortunately, we're out of that game. We had him on the ropes. We had him a turn away with those all the creatures. He just was obviously able to play a good deck that beat our wackiness. So let's jump off into the sideboard, see what we can do. I don't know if we can do anything, to be honest. Portent of Betrayal. I don't know if I could trade anything out for it, really. Rise to the Challenge. Gives first strike, right? Could be a good combat trick. Johnny's Presence. Revoke Existence to get rid of the archetype. I think all we saw was the archetype. No, let's just jump back in. Our deck performed pretty admirably for what it is. Didn't see any of the too terrible stuff outside of that Fated Conflagration, or not Fated Conflagration, Fated Return. But it looks like Warren G. Hoover might just beat us. I know that is somebody in American history or politics or something. That's about the extent of it that I know. I want to say he's a Supreme Court justice, but that's just me making things up. My curiosity got the better of me, so I just researched it. Warren G. Hoover's nobody. Nobody that I can understand. I think I'm confusing J. Edgar Hoover, former president, and Warren G. Harding, who I think is a Supreme Court justice. Yeah, I'd love to play. I would not love to keep this, though. That's a mulligan. That's a mulligan. Sure, why not? Mount in and go. If we draw a land, we have a turn 3 play. From there, who the hell knows what we do? If we draw a land, we have a turn 3 play. Do you hear me, Magic Online? If we draw a land, we have a turn 3 play. There we go. We have 2 turn 3 plays. And we're going to play the Minotaur, because it will kill the Hoplite, assuming no shenanigans. Shenanigans? Shenanigans. Lots of shenanigans. That's going to be a big Hoplite. Ugh. Ugh. Awful. I think we're just going to get beat down really quick here. Yep, we are. I will drop the skirmisher. I guess I have to double block that hoplite and hope for no further shenanigans. Ugh. Well, the shuffler more than had it out for us with those mulligans. Spiteful returned. Ugh. Can't even double block it now. 5. Is this 2 life or 1 life? 2 life. 14. 6 coming at me. Gonna go down to 8. Well, goodbye, snake. I'm gonna go down to 9. Take that. Yeah, we're toast. We are more than toast. So we're going to go down to 7 just by him attacking. We will block it and then die. Hey, I remember why people hate Theros block. It's called Voltron. That is why people hate Theros block. Block. Dead. And we see another land. And we can't do anything. So we lose. We lose to the... I guess what was the stereotypical Theros draft experience is seeing one creature on the other side of the board just get bigger and 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 never see any removal. Of course, we don't have really any removal. But yeah, I really liked what our deck did that first game. That was quite nice. Hopefully we can do that again in future matches. And I will see you guys for match 2.